Imagine a country so vast, diverse, and ancient that even its boundaries are living, evolving symbols of its history, culture, and ambition. India's map has always represented more than just land. It's a canvas for its identity, power, and aspirations. But recent developments have caused a stir globally. Why is India redrawing its boundaries? Is it for security, political dominance, or a matter of sovereignty? The world is watching closely as India embarks on a mission that has deep historical roots, but profound contemporary implications. Understanding this expansion is key to grasping India's vision for its future. In a small village near the Indo-Bhutan border, an elderly man recounts tales of how boundaries once seemed invisible. "We would walk freely to the neighboring lands, sharing festivals and friendships," he says with nostalgia. Today, that village sits at the heart of a geopolitical chessboard. The Indian government is claims, marking territories once thought to be consequential. Behind this expansion lies a complex story, one of history, geopolitics, and a modern-day strategy. The once invisible lines are now becoming battlegrounds for influence and security, sparking both local curiosity and global attention. Historical context of Indian borders. India's borders have a complex and tumultuous history, shaped by invasions, colonialism, and independence struggles. The modern map of India emerged after centuries of foreign domination, particularly during the British colonial period. The 1947 partition, which resulted in the formation of Pakistan and later Bangladesh, carved the subcontinent into separate entities, leaving a legacy of communal strife and territorial disputes. The borders were often drawn without consideration for the cultural, linguistic, and ethnic realities of the region, leading to deep-rooted tensions. The princely states that existed before independence added further complexity. Some opted to join India, while others aligned with Pakistan, resulting in the Kashmir conflict, one of the most enduring disputes in international politics. The region of Jammu and Kashmir, claimed by both India and Pakistan, remains a flashpoint. The lack of clear demarcation and the geopolitical significance of the area complicate any resolution. Post-independence, India sought to consolidate its territories, yet it faced challenges from neighboring countries. The Sino-Indian War of 1962 highlighted the vulnerabilities in Indiana's northern borders, as territorial disputes with China came to a head. India's border disputes are not just historical artifacts. They have shaped its national identity, security policies, and foreign relations. The ongoing disputes with China and Pakistan emphasize the need for India to revisit its historical context and consider how these legacies influence current geopolitical dynamics. As India expands its map, it draws upon this complex history to assert its territorial claims, seeking to define its identity in the face of external challenges. Understanding these historical roots is essential to grasping why India is taking significant steps to redefine its borders today. The strategic importance of geography. India's geographical location is critical in shaping its security and foreign policy. The country shares land borders with several nations: Pakistan to the west, China to the north, and Bangladesh and Nepal to the east, with the strategically vital Himalayan range providing a natural defense barrier. However, these borders are also fraught with tensions and territorial disputes, especially with Pakistan and China. The northern borders, particularly in the region of Jammu and Kashmir, are marked by a history of conflict and military presence. The 1962 Sino-Indian War and ongoing skirmishes have led to heightened military deployment and infrastructure development in these regions. The geographical features, including mountains and rivers, not only define the boundaries, but also complicate military logistics and economic development. Moreover, India's northeastern states share borders with Bangladesh, Myanmar, and China, making this region a strategic zone for both security and connectivity. The northeastern states, often overlooked in national discourse, have diverse ethnic groups and cultures. By enhancing infrastructure in these areas, India aims to strengthen its control and mitigate insurgencies while fostering economic growth. India's southern maritime borders along the Indian Ocean further complicate its strategic calculations. With the rise of China's maritime power, India has been compelled to strengthen its naval capabilities and secure its sea lanes. The Indian Ocean is vital for trade and energy routes, making it essential for India to project power in this region. In summary, India's geography shapes its national security strategies and territorial ambitions. Expanding its influence along its borders and in maritime domains reflects a broader understanding of its geopolitical position and aspirations for regional dominance. China's growing presence and the border conflict. China's expanding presence in the region poses significant challenges for India, particularly concerning territorial disputes and strategic dominance. The long-standing border conflict between the two nations, primarily over regions in Ladakh and Arunachal Pradesh, has intensified in recent years. China's assertiveness, marked by infrastructure development and military posturing, is a cause for concern for India's national security. The Doklam standoff in 2017 highlighted the fragility of peace along the border, as Indian and Chinese troops faced off over disputed territory near Bhutan. This incident was a stark reminder of the potential for conflict in the region. Moreover, China's growing ties with Pakistan, particularly through the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, CPEC, further complicates India's security landscape. CPEC passes through territory claimed by India, intensifying feelings of encirclement and vulnerability. In response to China's assertive moves, India has ramped up its military preparedness along its northern borders. Enhanced infrastructure, including roads and air bases, facilitates rapid troop mobilization, allowing India to respond swiftly to any potential aggression. Additionally, India is strengthening its partnerships with countries like the United States, Japan, and Australia through alliances such as the Quad, focusing on ensuring a free and open Indo-Pacific. India's strategy also includes countering Chinese influence in its neighboring countries. By investing in infrastructure and fostering diplomatic relations with countries like Bhutan and Nepal, India aims to strengthen its regional presence and mitigate Chinese expansionism. India's quest for sovereignty in Jammu and Kashmir. The status of Jammu and Kashmir has been a contentious issue since India's independence, steeped in historical and political complexities. This region has been at the heart of a long-standing dispute between India and Pakistan, with both nations laying claim to the territory. The situation was further complicated by the autonomy granted to Jammu and Kashmir through Article 370 of the Indian Constitution, which provided the region with special status. In August 2019, the Indian government abrogated Article 370, a controversial decision aimed at fully integrating Jammu and Kashmir into India. This move was met with mixed reactions domestically and internationally, as it signaled a significant shift in India's approach to the region. By revoking special status, the Indian government asserted its claim over Jammu and Kashmir, framing it as a matter of national sovereignty and integrity. The abrogation led to the reorganization of the region into two union territories, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, allowing for greater central control and governance. This strategic realignment aims to enhance security, foster development, and streamline administrative processes. The Indian government argues that integrating these areas will lead to improved economic conditions, better infrastructure, and increased opportunities for the local population. However, the decision also escalated tensions with Pakistan, which vehemently opposes India's actions and continues to support separatist movements in the region. The situation remains volatile, with security concerns persisting. As India seeks to establish its sovereignty over Jammu and Kashmir, the focus is on addressing internal challenges while navigating the complex geopolitical landscape. The quest for sovereignty in Jammu and Kashmir reflects broader themes of national identity, territorial integrity, and the interplay of regional dynamics. India's approach to this region will significantly influence its future security and diplomatic strategies. The Northeastern Frontier, connecting the unconnected. The northeastern region of India, comprising 8 states, is often regarded as the country's crown jewels. Characterized by diverse cultures, languages, and ethnicities, this area plays a crucial role in India's strategic landscape. Despite its rich resources and biodiversity, the Northeast has historically faced neglect in terms of infrastructure development and connectivity. This oversight has led to feelings of isolation among local populations and has contributed to various insurgencies. In recent years, the Indian government has recognized the need to connect these remote regions to the mainland. Enhanced infrastructure, roads, railways, and airports, has become a focal point of India's strategy to strengthen its presence in the Northeast. The development of the Act East policy is a part of this initiative, aiming to improve economic ties with Southeast Asian nations while integrating the Northeast into national and global economies. Connecting the unconnected regions is not just about improving transportation, it's about fostering economic opportunities and social cohesion. By enhancing connectivity, the Indian government seeks to facilitate trade, tourism, and cultural exchange, thereby integrating local communities into the broader national framework. Furthermore, improving infrastructure in these areas enhances security, allowing for quicker military response in case of external threats or internal unrest. The focus on the Northeast is also a response to the growing influence of China in neighboring regions. By investing in the development of the northeastern states, India aims to counteract external pressures and bolster its territorial claims. The strategic importance of this region is undeniable, and as India expands its map, the Northeast is poised to become a vital component of its national strategy. The maritime expansion, securing the Indian Ocean. The Indian Ocean is a critical area for India's maritime strategy, representing not only vital trade routes, but also significant geopolitical interests. As global trade flows increasingly depend on maritime pathways, the importance of securing these routes cannot be overstated. India's coastline stretches over 7,500 kilometers, and its strategic position in the Indian Ocean makes it a natural player in regional maritime affairs. China's expanding influence in the Indian Ocean has heightened India's need for vigilance. The String of Pearls strategy, where China has invested in ports and naval bases across the Indian Ocean, has raised concerns in New Delhi about encirclement. In response, India has sought to enhance its naval capabilities, invest in modernizing its fleet, and strengthen partnerships with other nations to secure its maritime interests. India's maritime expansion is not limited to defense. It also encompasses economic dimensions. Initiatives to develop strategic ports and coastal infrastructure are aimed at boosting trade and enhancing connectivity with Southeast Asian countries. Agreements with countries like Mauritius and Seychelles for establishing military facilities signal India's commitment to projecting power in its maritime domain. Moreover, India's participation in multilateral maritime exercises and its role in initiatives like the Indian Ocean Rim Association (IORA) demonstrate its proactive approach to regional security. Strengthening diplomatic ties with countries like Australia and the United States through frameworks such as the Quad allows India to address common security challenges in the Indo-Pacific. Domestic political ramifications of territorial issues. Territorial issues in India carry significant domestic political implications, shaping national discourse and influencing party strategies. The ongoing conflicts and disputes over borders, especially with Pakistan and China, have become pivotal topics in political campaigns, often leveraged by parties to rally support. National security concerns resonate deeply with the electorate, making territorial integrity a sensitive issue that politicians cannot afford to overlook. In recent years, the government's approach to Jammu and Kashmir has been particularly controversial. The abrogation of Article 370 and the subsequent reorganization of the region into union territories were framed as bold moves to integrate Jammu and Kashmir into the Indian Union. While the ruling party touted this as a matter of national pride, it sparked intense debate within the political landscape, with opposition parties criticizing the approach as heavy-handed and detrimental to local sentiments. Moreover, territorial disputes often fuel regional nationalism and separatist sentiments, complicating political dynamics. In states like Assam and Manipur, ethnic identity plays a crucial role in shaping political affiliations, leading to tensions that can erupt into violence. Political leaders must navigate these sensitivities carefully, balancing national interests with regional aspirations. Regional cooperation, South Asia's future. Regional cooperation in South Asia is essential for addressing shared challenges and promoting economic growth, security, and stability. The South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, SAARC, established in 1985, aimed to foster collaboration among member states: Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka. However, the organization has faced significant hurdles, primarily due to political tensions, particularly between India and Pakistan. Despite these challenges, the potential for regional cooperation remains vast. South Asia is home to diverse cultures, languages, and resources, offering opportunities for collaboration in trade, infrastructure development, and environmental sustainability. Initiatives like the South Asia Free Trade Agreement, SAFTA, aim to promote economic integration, yet progress has been hindered by political disagreements and protectionist policies. India's expanding map is a reflection of its evolving identity, security needs, and geopolitical ambitions. While the changes in its borders might appear as a response to external threats, they are also part of a larger vision for the country's future. India is not just defending its land, but also asserting its influence on the global stage, ensuring that its territories are not only protected, but also prospering. The expansion of India's map is symbolic of its rising power, determination, and readiness to embrace the challenges of a new world order. The world is watching, and India is making sure its position is clear. This is a country looking to the future, determined to secure both its boundaries and its legacy.